That's weird. Why did... Well, hello and welcome to my art stream, apparently, because I... Hello. uh, every time I don't know what is up with my computer where, like, Windows just is like, what microphone that's been attached to me for days? For like, over, like, 2 years almost now. I don't know where that is. It's like, it's right there. I'm touching it now with my hand. See? It's like, oh wait, this is... The music's not playing though. So one sec, I gotta fix that too. Why is it not playing? Oh, yeah. Hope you had a good day. I'm just gonna fix this. Wonder why. No. Okay. Why are you doing this to me, computer? It's like, it's like, hey, I'm gonna just mess with you now that I know that you want to do a stream. Like, oh wow, how do you know? You just know exactly how to push my buttons, don't you, computer? Yeah, it was a nice quiet one. I got to listen to some fun podcast at work, and it was work itself wasn't too strenuous, so that was good. Yeah. Of course, now this... Can you hear the music, by the way? Because I'm trying to fix the music, and for some reason, it won't show. It doesn't show that the audio is doing anything but my voice, which is weird. Oh, you can! Oh my gosh, good. Wonder why it doesn't show it. That's so bizarre. Thanks a lot. I'm glad. This is why it's... Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, no, it was a nice quiet day though, and I listened to some of my favorite podcasts. I got Critical Role I'm listening to right now. Like, I have one more. I think that all I have left is the. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, it's I guess I need to find an. This is just a Streamlabs music library that you can get as an app. It's nice. So, but yeah, I like it. Oops, come on. Oops. Oops. Anyway. Sorry, one second. But yeah, as I was saying, in mute mode, apparently, I'm gonna be working on some more of the artwork like I was doing last time. But I also want to work on my comic tonight, so I'll be doing some of that too, like coloring some pages and yeah. I don't know, but I kind of we'll see. Maybe if I can. Maybe I'll try to do some dialogue, but I kind of want to do that off stream just because it's a lot of finagling, and I mean, if... Aw, thank you. Appreciate it. I think I did see, yeah, I saw it go up, so I'm like... Appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah, do you listen to any podcasts at work or just for fun? Because I can recommend a few, but sorry. Oh hey. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is I'm working on preparing for fair enough. Yeah. So I was working on Wednesday. I started working on preparing for Faebruary. That's a tongue twister for some reason. And this is a drawing, like the beginning sketch of a. I was drawing how using some of my characters to show the different types of fairy folk there are, because like in, I believe it's in the certain regions they're like qualified, they're like separated into like uh the four seasons, and like so like spring and summer fairy folk are playful and kind of like mischievous, but not so dangerous. They kind like the only danger they can pose is maybe they might talk you into coming into the fairy world, and then you'll lose like either like tens or 100 or like 100 years of time in the human world and come back. And either it depends on the story, I think, because sometimes it doesn't do anything to the person, but I mean, you still come back and everything you know is changed. So but with autumn and winter, they are ones that behave a lot more like what later on would be classified as demons, where they're much more malicious in their like pranks, and they're more known to be just violent towards people and just do much more just be more scary in general. Which is why like you have this one on the right. The one on the right is based around the antagonist of the story. Dekath and Moira is, I give him is what he calls himself. He's been without people around him for so long that he kind of just like picked up a random name that he heard. It's almost like I got it from a fantasy name generator. Ha 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 ha. Nope, that's not what I did. I 100% did that. I forget the name of it, but you can like it can like give you names for cities. It can give you names for characters. It can a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, he's kind of like this chaotic character that he sees our world as like a playground for his his dark experiments, where he likes to just like make like fairy monsters. Hi, thanks for dropping in. Good to see you, Evie. Hope everything's going well. Just having a fun drawing sesh, just a chill Friday art stream with all these people, and I'm gonna do this for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go move on to doing some work on the comic, because I really want to move forward with the coloring. I got so many pages to do that like any progress I make on here is always good. Because I mean, I've made a little bit off, but for some reason I just sometimes can complete more here sometimes when it comes to coloring anyway. So But yeah, I was saying how I'm listening to the end of Critical Role campaign 3, and I just can't believe they're already. It's already like the. I have one more episode to go, and I'll be done. And I was just like, wow, really fun. I also started listening to that Legends of Adventures, and it has less combat in it, but it is so funny. Like, those guys are like, I can't believe she hasn't pulled her hair out. They are such wild guys. That's a sign of a true friend, when it's like, when not even that will shake them. But then again, Matt has to do that too, so it's, I guess it's not. It is interesting seeing one of them try and play a chaotic evil character. Or is he chaotic, or is he just, I forget. He's supposed to be a bad guy, and Sam isn't used to playing those because he's so used to playing like good guys. He went from like this like super sweet like character who's like wants to help everyone to this guy who's kind of like worshiping a demon. So a demon god. So yeah. It's like, oh, okay. But the funny thing is, like, they're so like gray area that he almost blends in. So I think that's why Sam's having a difficulties, because like they're so like chaotic. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, if you want to, if you need to just have me on the background while you're working, that's cool too. If you want to pop in and out here and there, and yeah, no worries. Like I said, when it gets to the comic, it's gonna be like just like mechanical almost. But yeah, no, I don't mind at all. I'm just grateful that you were keeping me company on a Friday afternoon, or just a Friday in general. I don't know what time it is where you are, but any time that people give to me, I'm really grateful. You know, I still haven't seen the what is Dungeons and Dragon, the D&D movie. I'll have to do that sometime soon. I keep meaning to, but I keep forgetting. That, and I want to watch. Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. I bounce between topics all the time, so don't worry. Like this is just a quick like chat on what I was listening to today. That's all. I also listened to some stories about like what was the other one? Like just like sometimes I listen to ones about ghost sightings, even though I've never had that happen. Because I just find that kind of interesting, even if I think it's odd that that's why what they would choose to do. But I still find it interesting that people have that perception of it happening. So that's more interesting to me than even like if ghosts exist. It's like, you mean there's people that can just randomly see them? That's more interesting than even them existing. It's kind of like someone who can just randomly see like fairy folk, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. I would be like, what do they look like? Give me all the details. I want to draw them. was, though, I'm a bit annoyed because someone at work told me acted on a rumor and told me some information about a certain anime that is not actually out yet. And I thought it was weird that they said that One Piece was already back, because I'm like, wait, it just ended only like a few months ago, like the last part of the season. So what are you talking about that Egghead Island is coming back? It's like I think they're thinking of the manga might be progressing further forward. Oh, cool. Nice. Let me see if I can just get rid of some of these lines without... Nope. Watch, I'm probably drawing right on them right now, and that's why it's... Nope. Okay. Yeah, there they are. Okay. But at least I have solo leveling tomorrow, so... And I wonder... I'm curious to see when the next episode of Digital Circus comes out. I'm excited for that. Whoops. Why is this? It's gonna work a little bit more on this character too. Because I really like this concept was pretty cool. I just want to make her a little bit more interesting. So let's play around with some size and shape a little bit more. Maybe make it... She does have the... Maybe like a shape like that, kind of. I do like the curly hair. That kind of nice, like... Friendly old lady. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I hope you all are having a nice day. Yeah. It's been a nice quiet one, so... Oh. Yeah, I am curious to see what happens, because isn't it is it a Ragath episode next? I think it's a Ragath episode. Or no, it's a Jax. First Jax, then Ragatha. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Oh, I was Eva, I was watching these two artists work on they were using the storyboards from Arcane to do studies, and I really want to get that art book because like what they were. I mean, these two are really talented. Were really talented. I think is. Hang on, I'll look up his name so I can give a verbal shout out. I don't really, I can't do shout outs on here because it's a Twitch. Hi, thanks for dropping in. Wow, I got so many surprise visitors today. Working on some new characters for this upcoming art challenge called Faebruary. I forgot. Sorry. It's okay. But no, yeah, he and this other artist did this whole like study session where they just drew panels and from the art book and like kind of like but reinterpreted them based on different angles. Yeah, no, this is really fun. Get to like I was finishing up this too. I made a lot of progress on that one. Like I just need to clean up some of the anatomy, which is a bit all over the place with the woman here. Her arms are different lengths and her legs are weird, kind of. But I still like the character design itself. It's just and the hand needs to be fixed. It's a lot of small. It's a lot of things that are going to be a pain, but I still like this drawing, so even with the flaws, it's still really fun. Let me make her hands like here. They're like attached to the this part. So she's got, because she's I might even do a couple of these kind of characters where it's like a creature that a fey creature you typically would think would be more violent, but like this one in particular is chosen not to be, kind of thing. Kind of like how there's been versions of Medusa that aren't violent, which, I mean, makes more sense to me than violent, because she's really just someone that was in the wrong place at the wrong time and got blamed for something. Yeah. But yeah, no, the sky was something I came up with last time, and we were talking about it and saying how like it's got this like upcoming storm kind of look to it, like the clouds are starting to accumulate. And I thought that would be kind of cool, because so many times it's just like one cloud in the background on one side and a smaller one on the other, kind of thing. And I was like, let's do something a little bit more unique that you would see, like especially at a higher height in the sky. So yeah. But I think like drawing things like doing fairy races and giving them traits that they're not typically associated with, like maybe make a handsome goblin would be kind of fun. Like do fun challenges like that, or like maybe like a more like round shaped pixie or something would be kind of fun. I don't know if it would. I guess she's just you know what? These are going to be magic shoes. She's got little magical like shoes that have supports in them, because she's supposed to have talents down there, but I usually don't do straight on, but this is kind of fun for her anyway. This looks like this is my new VTuber. I'm an old lady. I'm an old lady. No. Promise, no. But this would be a fun character to show up in the comic. Maybe I'll change that back to... I was going to have him meet someone like a fortune teller kind of character. Maybe this could be her. Or just like a scry, someone who can use magic to pinpoint someone's location, which is called scrying in D&D. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it. Maybe it'll just be a locate. She'll be just like a kind of like a have like a locate kind of spell or something. Sure. Well, why not? I mean, I don't mind doing. If you guys want me to try out something, just let me know. I mean, because there's just like it's just such a big list of possibilities that like it kind of is intimidating. So, if you have something you'd like to see me try, then just let me know and I'll give it a shot. Oh. What should she be wearing? Maybe she's actually wearing like a... Just an old lady get up with a... I was thinking that pants would just look more unique than a dress, even. But, you know what? No, she's wearing like a robe. Yeah, well, that's what these are. These are her hands right here. So she can kind of tuck them in and grab things a little bit. Plus, technically her feet are her hands. Yeah, I was just gonna say her legs are her talons. So, I forgot that she's got a big nose. Oops. That's why I don't like. Yeah, I like that. I'm not. Okay, that's too specific. I could do a half elf though. I mean, elves. Elves are tricky. I can try one. The problem is elves are such a mixed bag in this comic. Like, either they're the spring and summer ones, which allied themselves with humans, but then kind of went back on their word a little. I mean, went back on their word and started to like over extend their authority on humans, using their long lifespans as like a way of threatening us because they could just outlive us. So let's see. Yeah, let's do another one on here. We can always. No, I'm gonna do a new one. Because in case this is something I like, I don't want, and I want to make a time lapse. I don't want. I mean, like, yeah, either one. Yeah. See, you said you didn't have anything to say about when it came to D&D, but you're spouting out classes right now, so clearly you know some. It's gonna be like a skinny guy. Dun, dun, dun. Thinking of like making him like a fencer kind of character. Okay. A young noble who's that likes to have duels in the street. He thinks, and he's gotten really good, but he's very arrogant and maybe that'll get him in trouble one day. Kind of character. Nah, he doesn't need long hair. Just keep his hair short. I usually do too many. I've done so many long hairs lately. I kind of want to try something different. Oh, cool. I keep almost talking myself into trying D&D again, but I just haven't. It's just there's so much going on right now. I would have to find a group that would understand that I can't be at every one, so I'd be kind of like a step in, like a character that would just jump in and out of the game. Which I'm sure there's games out there like that. With, because I can't be the only one who has that situation where like I have this stream, I have my other stream, and I have my comic I'm working on, so there's and some other stuff. So yeah, it's Yeah, oh, that's good to know. Yeah, so it is possible. Cause yeah, I would love to try again. I haven't played since I was like, I'm trying to think when the last time I played. It was like at least like 8 years ago or something like that. Or a childhood friend invited me to his game, and it was fun. It was kind of cool playing. And he was pretty good. He was pretty good with voices, so that's why when I see these, like, I think that's the blessing and the curse of these these streams with people like Matt Mercer and all them, because like you see them and you get kind of intimidated almost, and that's not what they want. They want more people to play. Oh, cool. Yeah, I remember I was trying to draw some vehicles a few weeks ago because I'm trying to improve on my like weaknesses, and vehicles are one of the things I'm not great at drawing. So it was a bit of a I didn't get much. I didn't get anything solid because I mean, expecting like a miracle in like 3 hours is a lot when you don't have that experience. So, but it was fun still. I was like up there with my trying to draw horses stream, which horses. They're amazing creatures, but they're so, for some reason, their legs are just so unique that it is so difficult drawing them. Unless you've done it a lot. It's kind of like with cats, where like I know people that can just draw a cat like with the like no difficulty at all, and I still need a reference for that. Well, for most animals, I need a reference just because like dogs have as canines as well. Like their legs are pretty unique, so I don't want to mess it up. Anyone who says don't use that using references is like a sign of weakness is never really drawn, or they're just mistaken. Honestly, I should just say that because like it really isn't a sin of art to use to use reference. Every all the greats did. I mean, heck, some of them I remember hearing seeing use this special technique where they would make a small painting first, like a thumbnail almost, and then they would just blow it up with this like this tool that like would reflect the it would use like mirrors to like reflect it onto a wall, and then they could just oh well, if you need a good I think I brought this up last time, or maybe I didn't. I brought it up on someone else's stream. It's called Line of Action. They have a they have an entire section for speed for drawing animals, and it's timed, so you have to like just draw as fast as you can, or based on you get to choose the speed usually, and yeah, it's just a nice way of like forcing yourself to do or there's quick poses is another one. Quick poses or line of action are both really great sites for drawing either the human figure or animals, or there's also like basic shapes. Yeah, yeah, it's like a and then there's like It's fun, yeah. I do it sometimes for warm-ups. But today I just felt like jumping right in because sometimes I do like the I'll try and do like the the figure drawing, and there's like I wish that they could add more to it because it feels like it's a database that was made a long time, like it feels like it was made like 5 years ago, and they never updated the images because I see the same things every time I go in there. It's still helpful, but I eventually went into ArtStation and got my own references because I was tired of looking at the same poses. Because there's some free poses on ArtStation you can get. All you need is an email to send them to, but yeah, they're. I'll be right back. I just gotta get some water and yeah. This water's old. I don't want to drink this water. Hop, hop, hop. Yep, I'm back. It's, that water was from last night, so I'm like, I'm not drinking that. Yeah. Let's see if I can find. I'm gonna look up some. Oh, I gotta clean my glasses off. They're covered. It's like. There we go. That's better. I can see. It's a miracle. Let's see. Go to Pinterest. I'm gonna look up some. Fancy outfits. Oh wow, there's actually some really cool ones here. This would be. Ooh, I know. Huh. Wait, that's weird. Wow, how did I not ever think just to type this in? Because I'm finding some really nice outfits that I could put on characters. I always was like, oh, I got to look up a specific era or something. It's like, no, just write fancy outfit. It'll do the rest. Sure, okay. So, Party Ghost, are you listening to any D&D campaigns, or I'm just curious? So I'm about to finish up Critical Role, and I was just curious if you're. I mean, the current campaign of Critical Role. So, I was wondering if you listen to anything. Well, that's a cool dress. Man, there's so many cool things to do with that. I just can't believe I never looked in here. Ooh, here's a good thing for this guy, actually. I imagine this guy maybe this guy is like kind of like he's one of those like rich kids who thinks that he can just like go off and experience the world under the cushion of his like wealth and but still be in like true danger and have fun. So like he thinks he's this huge adventurer, and he's just his servants are essentially just like orchestrating things for him to problems for him to solve so that he can feel good about himself. And you said he was gonna. Actually, I can make him a. Let's do the partial elf. Make it like slightly longer ears. How are we doing on time? Okay, it's been almost an hour. We could probably start working on the comic. I do want to do one more of her because the straight on doesn't really do her credit, so I'm gonna try and I'll do one more with this one actually, because this one's kind of just so I can draw something of her like kind of at an angle. Like a pear shape. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe she's got like a... I don't think it's something different than just a... Well, like, or a unique kind of, Yeah, because see, like, normally they would be more like this. And, like, curled in, like wings are, on a bird are. So, like, her hands would be, like, attached to this part, kind of like. She's got, like, talons, or, like, three claws here that she can use to grip things sometimes, but, yeah. Just when she wants to just try to look a little more human. But the problem is they're kind of like, it's like using very long arms. That's okay, I kind of figured. Hey, it's Friday. Don't worry about it. We're all having fun here. If I counted the amount of times I've done that on my own stream while in the middle of a sentence, boy, I'd lose count of how many times that's happened. Where I'm just like, and then anyways, this and this, and then I'd be like, wait, what was the point of what I was saying? Oh well. It's like, we'll never know. There was no point. know she's kind of this is kind of like a hawk version of that character from Song of the Sea, but less Ghibli kind of face. She's got more of a like just regular like. I mean, she's got an exaggerated nose, but other than that, she's got a pretty normal face. No sharp teeth or anything. She's just got a. Well, maybe she does, because harpies do have sharp teeth. I don't know. But I was trying to make them look more friendly, so maybe they're more rounded and not sharp, but just kind of like serrated and rounded, kind of. As I was saying earlier, there's a couple of movies I would still want to watch, like animated, that I haven't gotten to this year. Like that Float. I think it's called that? Or Flow, I mean. Yeah, Flow. I heard it was really good, I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it. No. I don't know how I should exaggerate her nose. Maybe more like just like this, a little, where it's exaggerated, but kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. Kind of like the sharp Roman nose, kind of. Sometime it might even just be fun to watch some Goblins shorts with you and Blue, because like as inspiration, because like the Goblin School of Animation is just so incredible. Like what the kind of work they make. Like I'm always blown away by what their submissions are every year. I don't know if you've seen any of those shorts, but they're really good. Yeah. I figured we could just like go cycle through a bunch of them. Because there's a couple, yeah. There's some of them are better than others, but I mean they're all interesting in how like people come to these solutions with their storytelling. So yeah, I like this character. She's kind of nice, simple design, but it'll have a very unique silhouette where she's kind of like. Maybe it actually goes. I'll make her hair go down a lot in the back actually, so it like it covers. It goes down all the way to the. Yeah. It's all in the back. So she's got like really wavy hair. I always want to add in eyelashes last because I always feel like that's sometimes a crutch for being like, oh, it's a woman getting who's likes to show off her beauty, but it's like I kind of want to put that in last so that there's other elements in there to hint at that too. Like maybe she wears eyeshadow and yeah, maybe she has like eyeshadow and some other things too that also add to it so that she like looks more unique. Like she's got like and her hair. What if her hair was surprisingly like I'll make it like a yeah. She's gonna have a stripe of white in it, but otherwise it's like mostly blonde, like a very like a golden blonde kind of look to it. Maybe she's got like special like shampoos that are like have magical elements in them to make her hair shine more, like in a Ascension of a Bookworm. Although that wasn't magic. That was just using plants in shampoo. I'm just gonna color the whole thing in, and then I'm gonna color over it. Oops. Figure the blue eyeshadow adding up, making your dress like different shades of purple would be kind of cool. Let's make the top more like that purple. I guess it would be the full thing actually. It wouldn't be it would just be. I love these traditional like media brushes are so much fun to use sometimes, even though they don't fill things in perfectly. I love the looks of the brush strokes. Hey, just coloring her in a little bit, giving her like a playing around with colors for this character. I think usually they're vultures, aren't they? Which, I mean, let me check something out. I'm gonna look up different colors for vultures because usually harpies have have vulture wings. So let's check that out. Because vultures are kind of unfairly labeled as evil, as ugly, even though they're incredibly necessary. Like they're carrion birds. They take out the decay. So there's some that are, yeah, there's some that are brown. I could just do a brown or let's see what else is there. What kind is that? Yeah, let's see vulture wings, because that's what I want. Let's see. They have such huge wings. Like, I think people associate them more with what they do than their impressive size. Like, vultures are huge. Like, I think I'd have to look it up, but I think they have, like, at least, like, some can have quite an impressive wingspan. But see, they're all usually brown. Unlike, I guess it's just like one of those, like, they don't, yeah, I'd kind of, hello? Oh no. Oh, for Lethal Company. I need to get that game. I need to download that game. Looking up colors of wings for this harpy lady, because wanted to give her, I was going to go vulture, but then I remembered vultures don't really have like an ornate side to their wings, because the males and the females, I mean, I think they know what they're getting into. It's like their species. It's just like, look, we're not here to be pretty. We're here to, like, we're the trash collectors. We take care of the decay. Wow, look at those talons. Oh my gosh, these guys have... Let's just do the brown. I'll make it like a muted brown for to add so that it doesn't take away from her face. Do 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 do. That's a pain. I hope you had a good day at work. I know you're saying the other day was a bit of a pain, but I hope that today was better. Oh, no, I don't need that brush. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of a cool texture for the wings. Because it kind of makes them look like fluffy wings. Oh, it's this is who this isn't like this. It's just, this is just a fun like drawing challenge I'm doing where I'm just creating some characters. This one was kind of just like it's random, kind of suggested this, so I gave it a swing, and I'm really happy with how she's coming out. She's got like this really fun design, like it's a, and then I thought I would add to it by like I thought, wouldn't it be fun to kind of like do like more like kid friend, not even, well, maybe kid friendly, more like less scary looking versions of typically more aggressive fairy folk. Like, Because, and especially since, like, if they're going to be, if they did show up in my comic, they would be fairies that had been around humans, like, directly, instead of just, like, poking into our world and then disappearing. So, like, they would eventually kind of, like, I don't like the word, but not, I guess gentrify or whatever you want to call it. They would essentially just, like, well, adapt is a better word. They would adapt to our world, and because they would see how, even though they would have to change some of their backgrounds, they'd be safe. Like, people no longer fear them, so they can just, like. Oh, me too. Well, I'm glad I'm glad that it pushed me out of my, like, mindset, because sometimes you get, like, you're, like, drawing a specific type of character a lot, and then that's all you end up doing, and having someone else suggest something really pushes me out of out of that zone and kind of makes me think of something new. So yeah, thanks. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you saw, like, I did get some work done on him after you left. I'm liking him. He's kind of like this, like, young. I'm almost thinking if I make that a character in the comic, he's like my kind of, like, Faye Joffrey kind of, but not as bad. But, like, essentially he's just a spoiled rich kid who kind of his servants essentially just, like, manufacture problems that he can solve. That would be kind of a fun character to do. Where he just shows up in town and, like, there's a bunch of people pretending to be bandits or something, but even the townspeople are like, look, we're just being paid. We're getting some leniency on our taxes this month if we go along with this. So I guess we'll do it. It's like. Wow, those are nice. Oh, nice. Okay, that actually works really good for this. This brush has a nice, like, fade to it. But yeah, I think, like, all the there's, like, different levels, but, like, a bunch of the Faerie, like, especially, like, the summer and spring and summer Fae kind of just, like, slowly started to adapt to our world. See, that's the thing that I'm nervous about getting too far into with this, especially for the comic, because that could turn into, like, the building the Lord of the Rings lore kind of issue, where, like, it's just too big and it would just go nowhere. Like, I'll play around with some ideas, but honestly, for this specific comic, it doesn't matter. They're running around between towns, and all I need to do is come up with names of towns. The politics are going to be, like, very small part of anything. So I'm going to try and keep them out as much as I can. They're in a bit of a mad rush. They don't have time to stop and read the newspaper. And considering Richard's past, he's not the kind of guy. I mean, he's not the one who would stop and do that. Like, he left this world. He doesn't want to come back to it. And Gale only wants to be in the wilderness, so. I wonder if I should. No, she can have. These can be like a lighter. Maybe they're just black? Yeah, maybe they're just black. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Yeah, this one was really fun. I'm gonna give her some sharper edges to some of her feathers. So. Yeah, I'm digging this drawing. Yeah, she's pretty cool for just something we popped out last time. It's like, because I've been trying to think of some new shapes for characters, and a harpy is perfect because like they have a very specific like shape to them, and making it so she's like a halfling mixed with a harpy, so she's I guess a smaller. How big did you say she was? I forget how tall you made her, but I think you said like at most like maybe 5 feet, but might have been even shorter than that. Might have been like 4'8" or something, I think. I'd like to think that actually she's just like this like sweet petite lady that's just like. I'm gonna give her different glasses because those ones are so typical. Give her like ones that are like this, kind of like more like reading glasses. Yeah, I like her look. She's got this like knowing look, kind of. Like she's elderly, but not that old. I'm gonna give her some of those streaks of gray ing hair, kind of like. Yeah, maybe she's like the same generation. She's like age-wise, she's showing the same kind of aging as like as Richard and Grace, where she's like 40s, kind of like. Yeah. But for her species. So probably actually like what, like I don't know how long harpies live. I think they live hundreds of years too, don't they? Or maybe I'm thinking. We'll say yes. We'll say she's like 200. I like patterns on wings. Sorry, no, I know I said I was going to get to the comics earlier, but I will soon. I'm just having so much fun with this, so. Um, not. Is that a transformer or what? What? How? Why? What? Oops. Wait, did I? Oh, I didn't save this one. Harpy. Challenges. Harpy. Oops. No, leave it alone. Okay. Okay. What was that one? Oh, druid character. Oh, I forgot to show you some more of those. Here's some more of those D&D characters I made earlier. Like here's this is a these were just rough sketches though. Like here's this oh god, what are they called? They're this oh my gosh. They're the one of the bird species that has in D&D Temnu or something like that, or Temu. Anyway, I wanted to make one that looked cool, kind of cool because everyone keeps saying they're really disposable. This guy, my halfling like fighter, I mean a monk fighter character. I thought that he looked pretty cool. Like he's. I think I don't know where the actual other drawing is, but I colored in the background and everything and something, so that one was really cool and fun. But here, I'll show you one more. Oops. Well, that's... And here's my bard, my elf bard. She's fun. Ah! Weapon of choice: bagpipes. That would be a pretty good weapon. I mean, let's see. Where's... Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong page. Here we go. Raising the bar sketches. Here's one I want to work on. Well, here's one that really came out pretty good that I didn't get to show that. Oh! Should I work on that one? Maybe. I'll show you this one. This one came out really good. So... maybe I can do a little bit more work on it, but it's pretty much done. Like, yeah, no, this one's done. I forgot. This is the after they left, they went straight to this this place where Richard gets the information from these people because they're kind of like on the edge of this like hidden area where he is. Like this is where it blurs kind of, is this place, so like he can get information about the real world here. Thanks. Yeah, I thought this came out really good. I especially was proud of myself for these two people I drew in the background of the last panel because they're just like she's just, I can't even remember I think they're just like, they're probably just, I'm just going to have them talking in a different language that she doesn't quite understand because it's like a mixed dialect from like them being in this world but not getting rid of their language. So she's like, I have no idea what they're saying and they sound kind of scary. And meanwhile behind her it's just like these two nice old people. It's just like Like just a happy couple that are just like probably on their way. He's probably just like going to get something else for her to drink or something, or paying the bill, and she's like, oh gosh. Didn't help that her dad's like, oh yeah, don't trust. Be careful who you trust here, and it's like, great, okay. It's like, don't trust anyone. She's like, Let's see. I think I can work on. Yeah, let's work on this one. This one's not colored. I don't think I have anyone where. Yeah, this is a good one to work on. The beginning of the fight with the. Because before that, I think I have that on a different page. Let's find that out. I have, yeah, I think I showed you this one. This is what, where they got yeah, where they were transported into this wilderness and by these two bounty hunters. And the first, the Lycan tried to, he tried to ambush Richard, and it's like, yeah, no. Bong! I need to just clean up the coloring on this a little bit, but it looks pretty happy with it. Yeah, this page needs to be fixed. So. What the? Okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, I see what's happening. Pfft. I hate that. Stupid. Delete. I hate when I put down guides and then forget to delete them. Yeah, her first real fight in this comic. Against people who had mistaken identity and thought that these two were thought she was someone else, and they have no idea who he is, because, you know, his whole job was to make sure people never really learned who he was. He was like Solid Snake, going all over the place, and just like anyone who saw his face didn't have him very much longer in their life. So, with the exception of the people that he worked on missions with, no one would. There's no record of him really. Especially with coming from a military family, they kind of hid their own identity, because they were like all bred to like fight, and they were all pretty much raised to fight the Fae invasion, which goes back several generations to his grandfather. I mean, I haven't decided who's really alive, or just who he thinks is not alive, or like some people might be trapped in the Fae realm because of like certain operations they did that just went south and they just couldn't get back. So, and that's what I'm thinking is probably going to be the case with a lot of them. Where they would knowingly take on missions sometimes where they knew they weren't going to be able to make it back, but they did it for the rest of humanity. The greater good. I really want to emphasize how dark it is in this scene, because like with the exception of the light coming from his mace, it's pretty much going to be like pitch black in this forest. Good music for this part. Just trying to make the trees look a little bit more organic. I think the only thing I'm concerned about with this comic in general is I made this format back when I was first like thinking it was just going to be, it was going to only be on my web, like a specific web page, and that way it would show up and like people could, when they open it, it would be, this entire page would be visible from their on the page, which I thought was smart. But then I thought, like, but if it's a thing that's on Patreon or something, it doesn't really matter what its format is, because it'll be a PDF they download and they'll have a viewer for it. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of like the way it looks here, and it's definitely kind of gives it more of a unique kind of feel to have it horizontal instead of vertical. But what I'll do is I'll release like a sampler with like the first 10 pages and see how people react, and then make my decision from there. Because the worst case scenario, what I could always do is just like put like, I could pile on some more panels, and but then then the pacing would be kind of messed up. I'd have to think about that, because I always thought like maybe worst case I could even like double them up, but that's a lot to read in one page. I don't know who would have the patience for that. I wouldn't. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting working on this, because I really want this done this year. Like I'm hoping by summer, or not done, but I mean like, you know, being processed on the website and like growing from the website. So yeah. Man, this flanged mace is, I think I've told this, I don't know if I told you this, but don't ever make a weapon complex if you want it to be used by a recurring character. It's a terrible idea. It did not work out in my favor. The good thing is that I think I even said this, maybe I said this in my last stream, I can't remember, but like I gave him a power where he can like summon different weapons, and that's the main reason I gave him that power, is because I'm like, I don't want to draw this mace in every page. It's a cool weapon and it looks like it could really put the hurt on somebody, but it's hard to draw. Because it's a bunch of plates of metal around a metal cylinder. And when you draw that in perspective, that's a pain. Like, I really need to just go into Blender and make a flanged mace. Or maybe even just like find one on I wonder if, I'll have to check to see if there's a weapons section of Clip Studio. because they do offer some free 3D resources. I'll see if that's on there, because that'd be very nice if I could just be like trace, because there's plenty of other things to do other than worry about the mace. So if wherever you can find shortcuts, I say take them. It's not cheating if it means that the drawings get done. And even if it is, who cares? It's not like it's a super important. It's an important element only when it's done, and not when it's nothing before then. So I'd rather be like, yep, I just traced over it because I wanted it to look like the weapon, and people are like, okay, fair enough. Instead of like, why can't you draw a mace? What's wrong with you? It's like, because they're. Can you? It's like. I can only think of a few YouTubers who have held one of these. So. Maces were, I believe, not a very they weren't as common of a weapon, especially not for infantry. They were probably lords had them because they were running on horses, and either like warhammers or maces would be perfect for just like running by people in armor on the ground and being like, you're done. Speed of horse plus metal like bludgeoning device equals I win. She's in the background trying to fix her trying to get her guitar tuned for battle. She was not ready for she was definitely not ready for this. Neither of them were really, but he's just able to summon weapons fast, and she's just like, wait, hold on, wait, I got it, hold on, nope, wait. Good thing that's not what she's like in battle, because that would be so bad. Like, June, I could really use some help now. Wait, hold on, wait, no, wait, no, I got it. No, this time I really got it. Wait, nope. Like, I swear, this time, and then even the bad guys are they're just like, look, let's reschedule this. You're not ready. What's going on here? I also thought this would be a good first fight because, I mean, Lycan are incredibly durable, so I don't have to worry about him getting taken out by Richard, even with all of Richard's abilities. Not only is this a werewolf, but it's a special kind that has its family line like imbued their fur with mithril. So, it not only regenerates, it's a walking armored werewolf. So even if you do manage, even if he's like, the concussive blasts of his weapon get through the armor and actually damage the insides of the beast, it can still regenerate them so fast that it doesn't matter. So it's really just like a battle of like, slowly chipping away at the creature's will, really, more than even its will to fight. And kind of pointing out as he's beating it up, like, we're not who you're looking for. I don't know why you started fighting us. We're not here for a fight. We're in a terrible hurry. Please stop bothering us. Although Richard does have some scarier swords and axes that he could summon if he really got annoyed. So those would be very quick in putting some critical hits on this thing. forgot the. I don't know if I gave a name to this werewolf. I think I kind of just like I left it unknown at this point because he kind of just pops in, slows them down, and then they manage to part ways. So. But as you saw on the other page, I mean, June gets hurt pretty bad. She had a shield up, but she still got a nasty concussive blow there. Like she got, so. Let's work more on this one now. I kind of want to get the coloring in on this one. I want to work on the flats here. Oops. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Now you can see a little better. Let's see. Whoops. Get his color down. This is why it's good to just have color sheets on easier to find. Whoops. What's it doing? Why is it doing? What's it doing? Okay. I'm like, what happened? Oh, you're fine. It's if you want, yeah, I can go back to I don't mind bouncing between this and doing some fantasy as well, because I mean there's so much to do with this, but I just wanted to show you some of what of what the comic looks like really, and just because I was just gonna do some flats, but if you would like to see I mean, if you have another suggestion you'd like to see me give a shot at, then sure, we can do that too. Because I mean, it's a long process, and it's probably going to be like, for me, an hour is going to just disappear like nothing. So. If you want me to bounce between the two, that's perfectly fine with me. Because I said I was going to do both today anyway, so. Let's look at that list again. Thank you. Oh, man. Wow, you. Congrats on, like, really pushing yourself. Because, like, I mean. And they said we're used to vehicles, but trains are difficult. Like, there's a lot to them. See, that's what I should have put in my comic instead of having them in a car. I should have just had a train. Even though they're harder, at least it would be more of an explanation for why they ditched the car. Although, this fight is my explanation for why they ditched the car. They got pulled into they kind of got like warped ahead of where the car is, and they can't backtrack. Because they don't know where they are. I did contemplate giving Richard the ability later on to summon the car. But I thought that was kind of silly. Like he just, like in the middle of a fight and he just drops the car on someone. Nice. It's like, fight's over, I win. Wait, what do you mean? Oh no! Ah! His pickup truck just lands on the guy. Pinned down, done. Or it could be like that scene from Supernatural with the Leviathan where it's just like gets back up again. It's like, nope. And he's like, oh man. It was a cool idea in that show, but I thought that they could have done more with Leviathan than they did. It kind of felt like it. But I mean, that's probably because it's like, I'm sure there was like production issues and like there's certain things that they couldn't do on TV because rules. But I listened to one of the podcasts I listened to has to do with some of the creators of some of the actors from Supernatural actually, and it's fun hearing them talk about like how that was produced. Yeah, right here they're kind of like they're like at each other's throats literally. Like, who will pass out first? And June's like, I'm not in the mood for this game. Almost forgot he's wearing his jacket here. So I gotta put the floof. That's funny. That feels very Chrono Trigger of you to choose at such a young age. Because I think that's close to what the age of the kids in that are, but I could be wrong. Maybe they were teenagers. I don't think they were though. I think they were pretty young, because they're tiny. Make it just be just like really quick, like. I'm playing around with certain ideas of characters that are going to show up later that befriend June. So, because like people around her age are a little bit older. Nice. Did you go the anime route and make them look like a kid, or which is fine, or did you make them actually look very elderly, but surprisingly spry for their age? Because it would be even more fun if it was a second where like people are expecting like this like old, like bones having all the bones having arthritis kind of character, and then they're like just like leaping around like a lemur and impossible to hit. Kind of like how with Free Ren, where she's just like the, she's several thousand years old. But she looks like that, so. Whoops. Did I? Why? Oh, I know why. Because I'm on the wrong layer. And... Yep. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. That sounds like a fun character. Because I can't remember what I played the first time I played, but the second time I played, I was a ASMR, and then I forget what I was played the third time. I think I might have been a human again, but maybe not. I almost did a tiefling, but something stopped me. I forgot what. Nice. As someone who's worked in a elderly living home, yeah, they can easily get like that. You get to that certain age and it's just like, I don't care. And they've earned it, so I never put up a fuss. He normally wears I think that's why I drew him this way, but he's supposed to be he's shirtless in this fight, so I'm gonna take care of that shirt. Because he kind of wanted to just come down and just like be as intimidating as possible, so he came down shirtless, thinking that would like scare Richard. And Richard's like, not, well, you clearly work out, but I'm used to seeing people like you, so I'm not scared. It's like, try again. That's a little bit too bright. I gotta find a better. There's a better one. And another thing I think I'm gonna do that I've seen certain like a manga do and even certain comics is when you switch between their side of the story and Grace, the mother, it's gonna have a very different art style, or not very different, but it's just gonna be more like the color schemes are gonna be very different. Like whereas this is like mostly dull kind of colors, but with like a few accents here and there. I was thinking of, since she's in like this like forest that's practically an alien landscape, everything's going to be very fluorescent except her. And she has to like paint, sometimes she has to, if she wants to camouflage, she has to like paint her like outfit in like different colors of the landscape to like blend in even. Okay. Oh, that's a little too dark for his mid-tone. That's probably better. This is where having the character sheets helps a lot. That's fine. That's a pretty close. That's a good mid-tone for him. Yeah. Do, 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 do. And I think one of the tricky things I've run into with this comic is I don't want to make it gory. So that's been kind of like, but you have one of the main characters uses weapons, so it's like, how do I get away with that? And the answer is probably a lot of Fae that are insect based, maybe even, or like, is what I was thinking for some of them, or like people using magic that makes like copies of them, or he just like switches his weapon to more like, I guess, like blunt, so it's more about like, it's kind of like Rurouni Kenshin, where it's more about just like beating them until they like submit. So I don't want them even, honestly, when it comes to animals especially, I don't want this to be about like hurting them, because that would go against everything. He would never be able to look his wife in the face if he did that. Like, her whole mission is to like help these animals that are scared and confused and are like changing into these Fae creatures, and if he went around hurting them, then that would really look bad. Even if he begged his daughter not to say anything, it would be like, yeah, no. It's like, that was really weird. Why'd you do that? And maybe that's one of the things that they actually like have a slight disagreement on, is like, he's really worried about his wife, and he like, so, and June's worried about her mom, but she also doesn't want to like betray what her mom loves. So like, she's more willing to take the hard route and not injure the animals. Like, he's just like, if they're in our way, I won't kill them, but I'm definitely gonna have to put some hurt on them to scare them away. And those legs are awful. Let's clean up that. Yeah, like, I have I'll save this. I do have a page that I was oh, it's in the other page. Nope, not that one. I'm so happy that I found that folder that I was missing. Like, that really made me worried. Oh, here it is. Here's the first page with this is the first page with Gail, showing her off. I can work on this today too if I want. Clean this one needs a bit more work, but it's because like, it's just loose sketches. There's a few anatomy issues here and there that I need to fix, but I mean, overall, I like how it's looking. Because it's like this, like, much. See how it's like. I mean, here it's not even that vivid, so I might even change that. I might make it so the tree. Yeah, let's do that. Let's work on Where's I tried and this is something I'm probably gonna start doing more, is putting in mock word bubbles so that I at least can get an idea of like wherein like give them space. Okay. What color should the trees be? I want to make them something different than brown. Maybe try like a red? See how that looks. I mean, technically this isn't that big of a jump anyway, because there are trees that are this color. Dusty purple is kind of more where I was heading, because this looks a little bit too normal. So maybe I'll just keep building on top and kind of like layer them on top of each other and get this nice mix. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a cool. I think I have some brushes for leaves. I swear I do. It's like sometimes I just find these randomly. Like I'll be like, yeah, I need this kind of brush, and then I go, oh wait, no, that's grass. Like that. And I'm like, wait, no, that's wrong. That could work. That's not really what I wanted, but that could still work for like just like showing the distant foliage. I don't want to make the leaves blue because then this is just Namek. This is just more diverse plant Namek. Yeah. Figure add in some more shadow here. Even though it's a bright scene, it would be nice to have a little bit of comparison. Why did I draw that way? Well, I guess it works. It's supposed to be camouflage, so. She's got like a... I'll make it darker so that it doesn't... so it stands out a little bit. But she's got this bracer so that she doesn't get her arm like scratched to bits every time it flies and lands fast on her arm. What are those? Weird. I don't know why I did that. I think I was trying to put in some more branches on this tree, but I think they would just distract if they were on this side of the tree. Thanks. Yeah, it's kind of like just chilling out. Kind of to instantly show that she's not afraid of heights, and she's very much like a hands-on person. I think this month I'll also try and make some progress on the my Discord so that people have a way of sharing what they're working on, because I would love to see it, but I just... Yeah. I think I'll get that going, because it's... I have like the bare bones skeleton of it, and even that could possibly work, but I want to offer more because I've joined, well, recently I joined a Patreon and then realized that because the person puts so much time into their comic, there's really not much of a Discord. It's kind of just like a place where you can kind of talk about the comic, and I'm like, I kind of wanted to, like, I didn't mind talking about the comic because it's a gorgeous comic, but I was hoping for a little bit more. And she's got this, like, she's got this raven that's got the wingspan of, it's a very big, very big, very big raven. She also has it in case anything happens to the radio system. There's a way to still communicate with people further away. Like, she'll just, like, tell it where to go, and it'll, like, go send a message to someone somewhere nearby, just like spread. Because like out in the wilderness, you never know what's going to happen to your equipment, so she's just wants to be prepared. I don't know why I chose brown here. That's weird. I wonder why I made it brown. Purple would be better, like a dark purple hue to it, or blue, dark blue or dark purple. I'll go with blue actually. Like a subdued dark blue. Yeah. Oops. And I think I also chose this scene because it's very true to like a disaster movie, to show people unaware of what, like, how close they are to like the epicenter of trouble. Let's bounce into another character. I kind of want to try someone else. Let's try something else out. Let's do. Let's see what some other characters I was going to try. I could work on that. Guy can do. Let's look up some Fae. Gosh, why is this? Well, because I'm using this browser, that's why. Oh well. Classifications, yeah, the CLE and the NCLE. What are Spriggan. That'd be cool. Like a Spriggan character. Maybe make one kind of like those I forget what they're called in Guild Wars, but like their hair kind of like has the shape of human hair, but it's usually just leaves. So that'd be kind of fun. It's kind of a good pose for him because I made the mistake of drawing the head first, and that was dumb. Dumb. But that's okay. Huh, I guess we're on. Do this and then do a little bit more and then call it. Let's see. What should he be? Maybe yeah, like a stealth build kind of character. Kind of like, or like a stealthy guy. So he's got like, you wouldn't expect that for a. I mean, technically, my one character, I'll open him up. Let's see. He should be in the characters. Yep. What? Can't, no. Why did I say it? I tried. I'm determined to write over my own files here today. It's like, I'm just like sabotage. Like maybe this will be what I call it on. Let's just show off this guy and then. But well, we'll see. I'll do a little bit more. I'll work till like 2.5 hours. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is Durin. Well, he's originally was called Durandal, but I changed his name to Clay because I thought it was a better name for a much quicker name to say, and it's like. Being a geomancer, his main ability is controlling Earth, so I thought Clay would be a fun way to play on that. And he's comes from a soldier background as well, but much more like he's like the next generation. After Richard retired, he took a role. And a bit of a reckless kind of character. Like he but well-meaning, and he's like he loves to explore caves because they're no threat to him. He can earthbend. He could just earthbend his way out of anything that happens, or just reinforce the cave so that it doesn't collapse. And he can control also both like minerals as well, so he can find. He can even locate them. So sometimes he can find he was hired a bunch of times by mages to find, by the humans to find like rare minerals that could conduct magic, like lodestones. And due to the fact that he spent some time in the in Terran Nog, or the fairy realm, or the under, well, I think that's a different place. But he was he slightly mutated and became and bonded with a Spriggan spirit, so it's like, which made him like extra durable, and yeah. Wait, traditional? Whoa, yeah. Wow. Yeesh. I would not try traditional the first time, but congrats to... I guess it's faster, though. So... But I would just say, like, yeah, just... Hopefully you're not... You're just using, like, bad paper so that you can just, like, goof around and have fun and not worry about... Because the worst thing to do is to use a sketchbook you really like and then just, like, regret it later, and that's not how you should feel about like exploring like a new subject. Let's gonna finish this guy up, or at least get his pose down, and then I'll. Yeah, this is a Spriggan character. I mainly remember them from Oblivion and and Skyrim as this annoying species of magical creature that would constantly just get back up after you knock them down. It's like, oh good, I had to fight you 3 times. This is fun. I'm just gonna camp over you. Well, good. I'm glad it is fun, yeah. Like, this is just me doodling, really. Usually I would plan out a little bit more than this. I'm just trying to play around with some different species of fairy folk. So I'm like, caution, throw caution to the wind. Yeah, I played it I have so many hours in that game. Because I like played it. Once I got the mods for it, and that really made it more fun. Like, there were some added quests that included, so that was nice. Like even including like a haunted mansion you get. That was a cool quest line. So, yeah. And these creepy automatons that were part of the mansion. But it was funny in that game that like there was never any scripting for like, I think that you could get a mod that did this, but like there really wasn't scripting for like people suddenly, like bandits realizing that you're the Dragonborn, because they would still try and jump you, and it's like, guys, I just took down something that could undo reality, and you think a little dagger's gonna scare me? I fought a dragon head on and took the bites of it and just shrugged him off. But yeah, go ahead, take your swing, maybe you'll get lucky. It's like when you grind in any JRPG because you know the next boss is going to be rough, and you're like, well, what if I just like sacrifice some of my time to make this boss a cakewalk? It's like, what if I just go and just buy a lot of potions and just walk around in this forest and just make myself a monster? Well, yeah, it's back from like 2011, so yeah, it's an old game. I mean, old-ish. I don't, and I only say that because it's been reiterated so many times to the point where I remember there was that E3. I think it was back in 2020 where they made the joke that like they were gonna have it on like refrigerators that you could play it because it's like it's on every console. So they're like, yeah, we're gonna just put it into all your electronics. Like you'll have like the what is that called? Like the Alexa will understand dragon shouts. Just, this is a very rough idea, but I'm thinking like he's like descending down a spiral staircase. Would be kind of cool. I haven't tried that really much lately. Although I have to be careful with Skyrim because all it takes sometimes for me to reinstall it is to hear the music. Like the minute I hear that music, I'm just like, oh no, the sirens call. And then I load on my like 500 mods, and my computer's just like, look, I'm a new computer, but this is killing me. Why are you doing this to me? It's like I thought we were friends. It's just some like low life cutthroat. Spriggan. She won't even give him shoes that way. Okay, that's incredibly random. Oops. I'm gonna go with red for this guy, actually. Like I was doing with that tree, but kind of like make a tinge of red to the. Yeah, like that. For the. Did I just. Hang on. Bum 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 bum. The opposite of how I usually color. Usually I start with the head or the midsection, but I'm like, yeah. Oops, wrong brush. There we go. Just to get in the flats. Maybe some green in there too. Like it's like a maybe like put moss over him. Or like glowing veins of kind of like yeah, something kind of the add to the making him look more magic and unique, and not just a tree folk or something. So like he. I'll even make his hair kind of glowing too, maybe, or like glowing aspects in his hair. But oops, okay, I wanted to. Maybe I'll make him an assassin class actually. So he'll be wearing like this. This is a cool brush. This is like a Copic marker. Cool. I like that. Better. Let's just finish up with this one and then I'll call it. Just want to color her in. Whoops. You're back. Okay. Let's no, just clean up our line work too. Actually, it's still kind of messy. There's. Okay. I guess that was part of it. It's not as bad now, but still, it could use a little bit more refinement. So. Just clean this up a little bit, and then I'll probably, oops, be done after that. So I just want to make this line work look good. Nope. That's kind of big, but we'll see if it works. That could work, maybe. Let's try it out with a color that... No, that's too soft. I need a harder edge. Not that hard. Yeah, this is closer. Maybe the resolution on this isn't very good. That might be the possibility. That's very likely a possibility. Well, this is a pretty good brush. Let's just use this. It is a little bit lower resolution, I think, for this one. So maybe I can up it after I get it, like the line work all cleaned up. Because you can tell, like, look how big the pixels are. Even zoomed in, this is... Well, that's... I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe it's okay. Because once I zoom out, it's going to be less noticeable. That's better. I mean, even this looks a little better because it's a softer. It's still a strong edge, but it's a little bit softer. So it's not as. Oops, come on, guys, stop doing that, please. I hate when my Cintiq does that. It's like, oh, you took your hand away from the keyboard. It's gonna from the screen. I'm gonna forget exactly what pressure settings are. It's like, no, you don't get to do that. It's your only job. You had what job? Maybe her hair's like kind of starting to spring up a little bit while she's angry here. Like she's getting like the Ghibli hair of the angry cat, where it's starting to poof up a little bit, and this side's even levitating a little bit. Yeah, she's moving it. There we go. There's a good brush. Except when it doesn't want to be a cooperative brush, and then I hate it. Come on, brush. Be cooperative. That's better. Your hand should be a little bit more. That's a better angle. Thank you. Wow. There. Sometimes it's just like how much pressure you put on the screen. Like, it's expecting a lot less. And when you do put too much on, it's like, wait, whoa! So I just lightened my brush stroke a lot, and it's coming out better. It's coming out a lot easier anyway. And it's easier to control the brush width. So I can like... Oh, it's almost a bit longer than I thought, which is good. I thought I was only going to last 3 hours. I mean, 2.5 hours. Almost at 3. Should be is more like this, but an open hand, like she's just maybe not an open hand, she's definitely pushing away with the pick facing out. Like she just blanked, she just hit all the, she strummed the guitar to get us to just startle the werewolf, because she knows about their heightened hearing, so she just hit a specific chord to just knock it off, knock it out of its yeah, to make it so it like overdad. Sorry, my brain's slowly shutting down. You know what it is? It's because this leg would not be facing that way. If she's got that, she'd be kind of like, hey, why are you doing this to me now, brush? It's doing this. I haven't seen this in a while, but it's doing this thing where it's lagging, and I hate it when it does this. Such a pain in the butt. It's like, hey, I'm gonna wait till the last like hour of him drawing, and then I'm gonna start being a pest. It's like, thank you. Cool beans. That makes my life so much easier. Thank you so much. Oh well. Technology. What can you do? That's why I'm getting these jerky lines, because I'm trying to go over it. But it's just not agreeing with me right now. Come on! Let's try this brush. Some of the... It might be the brush too. Maybe the brush is too... Oops, that's the wrong leg. That's the old leg I drew. I don't like that pose. Oops. Whoa, whoa! I think how her leg was here could work, but it just had, maybe just bow it out even more. Exaggerate the pose even further. Might actually help. If the program lets me draw. Yeah. That exists. It's called I'm sleepy when I draw. It's called I'm drawing at 1 in the morning and my brain doesn't work and I'm trying to think of the principles of color while using my mixed media and my brain is like, nope. I'm done for the day. I don't know what you think I'm gonna do. Or it's like, line width control? Pfft, don't you wish? It's like, I'm super sleepy. You're not gonna get any line width control out of me right now. It's like, I know you did an awesome drawing earlier, but forget about it now. Can make it more epic in how she's standing. Isn't it the best? I usually do my anatomy studies in traditional, honestly. It's only more recently with this channel that I draw digitally with, like, anatomy studies. Because sometimes I feel like I get more out of using traditional, like just pencil, because I mean, it doesn't matter what you use. I like Blackwing pencils, but I also like, oh, what's the name of that brand? I got a couple different brands I like. Of course, the only thing near me right now is a. Oh wait, no. Here's the other. Derwent has a really good brand too, I think, right? Or is that? This doesn't have a. Okay, that one's not labeled. Yeah, I can't read that. There's a couple different really good brands that I just look at what other artists are using on like YouTube and stuff, or just like, I mean, honestly, I just went to an art store honestly and just grabbed a couple. I would just buy a sampler pack. Like I would just be like, oh, I haven't heard this brand or this brand or this brand, and I'd be like, they're each like 45 cents or something like that, and I'm like, okay, I'll just grab a couple of them and. I got my drawing table right next to me right now. So I haven't done traditional. Yeah, I haven't done traditional since I was on my since I was broadcasting from my Instagram account, which I haven't done. I haven't even put any live recordings on there since earlier this year. Because it's just not a very good place for them. I still put art up there on occasion, but yeah, no, that place is good too. I've been there. I like Hobby Lobby. I know that there's some people have issues with them, but I mean, for art supplies, I think they're great. They have they have pretty fair prices. Them are Michaels. Michaels is pretty good too. Because Michaels has a lot of startup stuff, and Hobby Lobby has a little bit more of the. Actually, they both kind of do. Now that I think about it, they have a pretty good. The thing I liked about Michaels is that and I think maybe some Hobby Lobbies do this, but they'll put the paints in like beginner, intermediate, and advanced, which I thought is really nice as someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money early on, but doesn't want poor quality paints. So like, I'll get the intermediates and give them a shot. Although I did splurge on that Kuretake Gansai paint set. And I don't regret it because I still have it. Like it's a gouache set. Which is just a more opaque version of watercolor. Let's kind of change her hair because her hair doesn't really do that. That doesn't make sense. So maybe it's more like this. Whoa. Yeah, I want to try that sometime, but I just haven't had the patience or the time. More the patience part. Because I'm sure you can do it and it wouldn't cut. The best thing about that is then you could what I want to do is make a leather protector for my sketchbooks to hold them together while I travel, because that's my bigger issue, is that my sketchbooks get beat up a lot when I take them to work, and mainly because they go in a laptop bag and they bounce around and bang into things, and I drop my or like I become a klutz, and like I'm driving and I like my coffee spills and goes all over my bag, and everything inside gets covered in coffee. I've damaged a few books that way. Don't lend me books. No, when I borrow people's books, I don't take people's books places if they lend them to me. But mine, I'm just like, whatever. And then the one time I'm just like, well, darn. I'll foolishly put my drink like in the pocket of my bag and start carrying it, and the whole drink just goes thud on its side, and even being sealed, it will find a way to leak on everything. I'm like, you monster. Why did you do this to your own work? But at least I'm smart enough that like I don't do that with any of my limited edition books, because I do have a few Kickstarter books from artists on like art tutorials, and I don't take those out of the house. I'm like, nope, Not risking it. Yeah, there's this one Disney animator. I have her anatomy book, and it's really great. I wish I could remember the name of it. It's somewhere in here, but I don't know where, so I'm not gonna look for it now. I like I'm working on reorganizing everything this month, so I kind of took it and put it somewhere. So who knows where it is? Could be anywhere. Do you have any anatomy books you really like? Because I would recommend Loomis. If you can find it in a library, I'd say just go to a library and just like spend time looking at it, because it's got some really, even though it's a really old anatomy book, it's really good. I'd say Burns is okay, but the way that he draws muscles is kind of little too, like, I wouldn't even say, I'm not sure if superhuman is the right word, but it's too perfect. It's like every muscle is perfectly like ripped, and it's like, but I want to draw models with this knowledge, so, and they're going to come in a whole bunch of different sizes and shapes, so learning how to draw perfect from him, I mean, it could work for some people, but it didn't work for me. I think parts of it did, where it was like the specific anatomy of like how like elbows and knees bend and stuff and that kind of stuff. To a degree. As I look at my drawing, to a degree. There's always more learning, but yeah, that's a good way too. Like I'm subscribed to a couple of big comic artists and big, or just like really really well-known illustrators, and I see how they tackle a piece. I mean, a lot of them will just have videos about that, honestly, so it's like not even like I have to hunt it down. Like, there's this web cartoonist, Brad Geiger. He has a great bunch. He has so many resources for like anyone who wants to be a web cartoonist. Oh well, now you have to move. Sorry. Or become part, or permanently fuse with glitter for the rest of your life. Just, yeah. I'm so sorry. That is horrible. Oh no. What a mess that must be. Oh. It's like in the fear of stepping on it must be like when it's like, well, that's just gonna fuse to the bottom of my soles now, and I'll be walking around with glitter in between my toes because that's how it works. Yeah, it's better. It's more line. Whoa! What do you mean pounds? What? Oh no! Oh, I don't want like. I, personally, I don't want like more than like I'm trying to think of the smallest, like maybe like 4 grams of it in my apartment. Oh, yeah. I would. I hope you have a strong vacuum, and that's a lot of money. I'm imagining too. I'm so sorry. That like I'm not sure the price of the average price of glitter, but like 50 pounds of it must kind of rack up a bill. Even if that's an exaggeration, that still, if it's anywhere near that, it's like that's a lot. What was that like why did you also? Why have never mind. 50 pounds of. Is that? I don't. Well, I'm all. Sure. Well, hats off to you for having optimism in this moment. do, 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 do. Oh, hey! Thanks for dropping in. Honestly, I would say, like I was saying earlier, there's a great resource in like Brad Geiger. He's a web cartoonist who has really great advice. But I would say just start. Honestly, is the best advice. Like, if you have any illustration experience, even if you don't have much, I would say still like. My problem was I waited too long. Huh. Nice. Yeah, you can use Krita. I mean, yeah, any drawing app. My friend, he does it all on his iPad. So, but you can use like Krita. You can use I've seen people use it, and I mean it's just easier with certain things. But Krita's improved a drastic amount since it was first made. Like I remember back when it was very bare bones, and now it's got much more features to it than it used to. But there's like there's a whole bunch of No, I don't think anyone wants that. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, that is going to be the hardest sell of your life. Sorry. Oh boy. But yeah, there's a couple artists that have made really great books on writing comics. Like I got a whole bunch here. Like where's that one? I would just like if you want to look at books like even like libraries now are way better than they used to be when it came to yeah, good luck with that. Sorry. I would just go get the broom and start sweeping and then vacuum afterwards. But yeah, no, I would there's a whole bunch of like who is it Jake Jake Parker. He's a really well-known cartoonist that has a he's part of this collective of artists that made a online school. I haven't tried their school yet. It looks good. It's just that I just avoided it for a little while I was trying to get better myself. But it does look pretty good. There's also like I said like Brett Geiger. He has a him and his friend Dave Kellett well, yeah. That this is why I'm very curious why you had that much glitter in one place. But it's okay. It's like, but oh, Godspeed to you with saving your room. That's going to be quite a task. Oh. Best of luck. But yeah, Georgie, I would just look into that kind of stuff. My personal like experience is just I think once I really just started to find I had to make characters and a story that I really knew I was going to enjoy drawing these characters even on bad pages. Like I still like even when I don't draw this character right, I'll still enjoy drawing her because I just like her character design. So I would recommend making characters that you know you're going to enjoy writing and drawing. Unless you have a friend who's writing it, in which case you're very lucky. That's pretty rare to find with your first comic. What's the fastest way? I never would have expected I would have been in a conversation about glitter spilling on someone's floor tonight. So, thank you. Let's see. Yeah. Because with that much glitter, part of me was almost thinking maybe you're like trying to make a YouTube channel where you get those people that try and those Amazon thieves, like you just make a glitter bomb for them. Yeah. In fact, I would email those people because they definitely need as much glitter as they can get. So if you give them like glitter half price, then they probably come and get it. Maybe they'll come get it themselves. Yeah, those are. I think that's your best choice, because anyone else is just gonna be like, I don't know, that's a lot. But anyone trying to make an actual glitter bomb would be like, oh, cool, this is perfect. I sincerely doubt she does. Oh, we're friends. That's how. I know. I talked to her outside of this, so that's how I know. She might be in a couple of different places. That's why maybe she's not responding right away. So. Yeah, you just I hate to say it, but it sounds like you just got a busy afternoon all of a sudden. Such is the life of creatives. We have to be careful with our supplies can betray us like that. Well, yeah. I didn't say it was gonna be fun. It's definitely not gonna be fun. Seems I finally found a good brush. It took me only like 8 tries, and I'm gonna forget what the name of this brush is. I'm certain of it. So, in fact, before I forget, I'm gonna drag it to my favorites, just so I don't forget it. Wait, but then why is it? Wait, where'd it go? Uh-oh, I lost it. What have I done? Why did I do that? Oh, no. Okay, this one's good too. Kinda. It's okay for what I'm doing anyway. Nope, never mind. It's terrible. This is better. Sure, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah. I appreciate your company. Yeah. Why is your no? Oh boy. I'd I'd get breathing gear in your room now. You could be your lungs might be like turning into just the inside of a Hobby Lobby right now. Oh boy, that's rough. Yeah, I think his head looked like it was too much just floating in midair. No thanks. I don't want to know what that would do to my insides. That's actually pretty good. I don't think I need to change this one that much. Maybe just clean up a few lines here and there, but this, in fact, what you know what I started rewatching Parks and Rec, and this 100% sounds like something Tom would do. Like glitter in your glitter in your water. Sparkle Aqua. H2O. Yeah, I would just put it in a zip. Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure what you should do with that. That's a conundrum. I would just say like get a very big Ziploc and like that has a good seal and put it in that and then throw that out. Yeah. I mean, that's all I can think to do. It's just find the simplest way to get rid of it. It's been 3.5 hours, so I think I'm gonna call it here because but I'm really glad I got to work on the comic a bit, and that one drawing came out really good. I mean, like, that one's kind of cool, but that's not. Okay, I worked on a couple pages, so yeah, this is coming along pretty cool. I'm liking this character a lot. Actually, I can even just do this. There. So, I think it's not good for you. I mean, it's usually it's like, I mean, it's just it's plastic. You shouldn't. Yeah, you don't want that in, like, lots of that in you. Well, you're not gonna. That's not how you're gonna dispose of it, is it? I meant you're not gonna drink it because you said it's not good to have. Yeah, it's probably very unhealthy because it's not a food. It's yeah, not a good idea. I highly suggest against that. Well, this is the last stream I'll be having with It's Random Wing. It was good talking with you, and Godspeed, sir. Godspeed. Good. Let the record show I did not endorse this. Your Honor, I swear I tried to sway them every chance I got. Just gonna clean this up a little bit and then we'll call it. So let me get yeah, that looks nice. I don't know what to end on. What should be my ending picture? This is a cool one. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, the tiefling. But best of luck with your glitter issue, and I'll be back on next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully it'll be gone. Hopefully it'll be gone by then. Yeah, that sounds like good. I'm glad I swayed you. But yeah, I'll be back then. And thanks everyone who dropped by. Please leave a like and subscribe if you would like to see more of this. I love having people to talk to. As you can see, we have a very fun conversations. Sometimes a bit chaotic, but in my favorite kind of way. So yeah, have an excellent weekend, and I'll see you next